This is the moment I knew my business was going to change forever. If you've been following me, you knew that I started in real estate back in 2007, and I was expecting to dominate, right? Crush it right out of the gate. In reality, I got humbled pretty hard by life for many, many years. I struggled as a realtor, and up until the point where I was listing properties for short sales, I was listing properties for foreclosures, started my own brokerage, and even started buying houses. And when I started buying houses, things were turning around. Business was getting good, but still, I wasn't having the kind of success I was hoping for. I actually was consistently one of the top agents in the Valley, top fraction of 1%, consistently selling actually at this time 100 houses a year for multiple years. And even then, I never felt like I was having the kind of success I wanted to have. And around 2018, I started my podcast. And starting that podcast was one of the best things I ever did for my business. But even then, all the success I had with my podcast, that still wasn't the moment that things changed. All these people that came on the show helped us grow. And it wasn't until Max Maxwell flew in from Jamaica to actually do the show. And that's when the show took off. But even then, it wasn't the moment. When I knew with full confidence things changed was actually when I went to speak at We Live 19, hosted by Max Maxwell himself. This was the first time I ever spoke on stage in front of over 1,000 people. So at this time, this was one of the most nerve-wracking moments in my life. The only other time I've ever been that nervous was the day I got married. So I speak on stage in front of 1,000 people, actually share the stage with Gary Vaynerchuk, someone I admire and respect big time. And on that stage, I talked about how my team runs our buying appointment, how when we meet with a homeowner, how we have our sales process to consistently buy houses at a deep margin. And when we shared our process, and it was only a 40-minute presentation, when I shared everything we did, the applause, the feedback, the response we got from all the people that attended was overwhelming. And it was at that point that I knew that business was gonna be different from now on. And for the following few weeks, few months, people were consistently tagging me on social media saying, I use this method, I use this approach, I used what Steve Trang said here at We Live 19. And as a result, I was able to close this seller. I was able to get this contract. I was able to close this deal. Watching people have success really at that point cemented for me that things were gonna change. And it was in May, just 2 months after We Live 19, that I had a bunch of people asking me to teach them what we do, asking to pay me. There's an old cliche you hear every guru say, I didn't want to get into coaching, but people kept asking for it, right? And I always look at that as a cop-out. But the reality here is people were begging me to teach them how to close more sales. And now I'm a nationally recognized sales trainer. We have a lot of clients, over 100 people every single month pay us to teach them to close more deals. And again, this is how I knew on that stage that this is the moment that my business would change forever. And my hope for you is this message gives you the resilience, the fortitude to keep chasing your dreams. Because I thought I was gonna be wildly successful starting in 2007, and it wasn't until 2019 that things really took off. There were a lot of opportunities to quit along the way, but I kept moving forward. So don't give up, keep going. And what is your passion? What is your idea that you're gonna chase all the way to the end? Comment below, let me know.